In this world filled with uncertainty and doubt, many hearts are searching for an answer, a light amidst the darkness. Perhaps you feel lost, lonely, as if no one can understand what you feel deep inside. This inner emptiness, this constant confusion, this seemingly endless waiting, all of this weighs heavily on your soul. You often wonder, will I really find the right person? Does this waiting make sense? Know that this message you hear today is no accident. It is a divine response to your restless heart. Allah, the most merciful, hears your silent sighs. He sees your steadfast patience despite trials. He never leaves his servants in eternal doubt. This waiting, however difficult it may be, is a sacred step on the path toward what is destined for you. It's normal to sometimes feel a heaviness in your chest, a burning impatience, or even a fear that it will never come true. But remember, true comfort comes from the certainty that divine wisdom is always at work, even in apparent silence. What you are going through, this test of waiting, is an invitation to draw closer to Allah with faith and hope. It's important to understand that your meeting the right person won't just be a coincidence. It's not a fluke or a random chance. Allah orchestrates every detail behind the scenes of your life. Every moment of waiting, every breath of patience, every sincere prayer builds the path to what your heart desires most. So stay tuned, open your heart, because today you will receive divine confirmation. This sign, this subtle but powerful guidance comes to announce that soon Allah will unite you with the person who is meant for you, the one your soul recognizes, even if your reason sometimes doubts. Your faith is the key, and patience is your greatest ally. For Allah never delays what is good. He simply prepares the perfect moment to bring you true joy and inner peace. That moment is coming sooner than you can imagine. Divine timing is never a coincidence. In your quest for true love, it's natural to sometimes feel like time is against you, that the days drag on without anything happening, that the weight becomes heavy, almost unbearable. But understand this: what may seem like a delay or an absence is actually a perfect orchestration signed by Allah Himself. Every moment you wait, every day you remain patient, Allah is preparing something greater than you can imagine. This period is not a void, but an essential phase of purification and preparation. Your heart, your soul, your spirit are gently shaped, freed from anything that could harm your future union. This time is a subtle cleansing, a spiritual elevation that makes you a better version of yourself. It must be remembered that rushed love, the kind that arrives without preparation, is often a trap. The soul may be drawn to immediate passion, but this quick fire quickly fades. Allah, in His infinite wisdom, does not let you fall into this trap. He chooses the perfect moment when hearts are ripe, when two souls are ready to join without hurting each other, without losing each other. Divine acceleration never arrives before this stage. It occurs when everything is aligned, intentions are pure, hearts are open, and paths are clear. This moment, the one where the meeting takes place quickly, is the result of a long invisible preparation. It is not a mere coincidence, but the manifestation of a divine plan. Every apparent delay hides a profound wisdom. Every obstacle that has kept you away is a sign that the right time has not yet arrived, and that what awaits you is much better. Sometimes you may look around you at unions that seem quick and perfect, and wonder where your own story seems to be dragging on. Don't let jealousy or doubt overwhelm you. Every soul has its own timetable, written by Allah. What you are experiencing is unique and necessary. Divine timing invites you to lay aside the burden of impatience and embrace trust. Trust that what you are waiting for will come when you are ready, not only to welcome the other, but also to be fully yourself in that relationship. This is the beauty of this design. Allah doesn't just want to unite you with someone, He wants to unite you with the right person at the perfect time, so that this union will be a source of peace, lasting happiness, and infinite blessings. So even if the wait seems long, never despair. Every second is a piece in the perfect puzzle of your destiny. Be certain that when the time comes, hearts will accelerate together, guided by the divine hand. And then you will understand why this moment could not come sooner. The subtle signs that Allah is preparing you for each other. When Allah begins to bring together two souls destined to unite, He never does so without leaving behind clues, signs that speak to the heart and awaken the soul. These signs are often subtle, almost invisible to the eyes of the world, but so strong that your heart recognizes them immediately, even if your rational mind still doubts. One of the first signs is that inner peace that settles in despite the storm of waiting. You may find yourself in a situation where everything around you seems chaotic. Doubts, unanswered questions, sometimes unbearable impatience. But deep inside, an inexplicable serenity dwells within you. This peace, gentle and constant, is a divine breath that reassures you. Be patient, for I am preparing something beautiful for you. It is like a mysterious calm that envelops your heart, a clear sign that the right person is being shaped for you, or that someone is slowly approaching you under the protection of Allah. Another powerful sign is the repetition of dreams or thoughts related to this person. Without effort, you find yourself thinking of them several times a day, seeing their face in your dreams, hearing their voice in the silence of the night. These dreams are not mere illusions, but subtle messages that your soul receives. Allah uses these moments to keep the flame alive, to nourish the hope in your heart. They are a form of confirmation that, even if you are physically distant, your souls continue to communicate in another world, in a space that only Allah controls. Then come the coincidences, those encounters or events that seem improbable, but which repeat themselves with disturbing regularity. You come across her name, hear her mentioned in conversations, or receive signs through loved ones, or even small details of your daily life. These synchronicities are divine winks, confirmations that the connection exists, that it is alive, and that it is strengthening day by day. Never underestimate the power of these small signs. They are proof that your meeting is written in destiny, and that the hands of Allah are acting to bring you closer. Sometimes these signs can be even more subtle. An unexpected thrill, a feeling of guidance to make certain choices, a nudge that urges you to hold on to hope. Allah speaks to the hearts of His servants gently, using the smallest things to convey the greatest promises. The key is to stay attentive, cultivate your faith, and not let doubt extinguish that inner light. Remember that these signs are not there to make you obsessed or anxious, but to soothe you, to strengthen your trust in divine wisdom. Every piece, every dream, every coincidence is an invisible thread patiently weaving the fabric of your romantic destiny, preparing the ground for a blessed, swift, and lasting union. Why only the right person will come to you on the spiritual journey toward union with your soulmate? It is essential to understand that never is just anyone who enters your life. Allah, in His infinite wisdom, does not allow His servants to become attached to anything that could destroy them, to anything that would be a source of lasting suffering or spiritual imbalance. True love, the kind that is blessed, is a divine construct, an encounter shaped by the Creator Himself, who knows the depths of your heart better than anyone else. The ordeal of separation, though painful, acts as a protective barrier imposed by Allah. It serves to remove what is not beneficial, to purify the ground so that the right person can settle there. This time of separation is not a rejection, but a necessary pause to prevent any union that could lead to loss, regret, or even estrangement from the faith. Sometimes, what we take for punishment is actually a disguised gift, a divine protection against a harmful union. Moreover, the righteous soul is shaped in silence, just like you. Allah works on both of you, even from a distance, to prepare you for each other. This preparation is not only emotional, but also spiritual. It shapes character, refines qualities, corrects flaws, and strengthens faith. It is an invisible but powerful process that forges a deep bond long before you ever meet in person. You thus become complementary, aligned on values and a shared vision, ready to move forward together in peace and light. To become attached to someone who is not meant for you is to expose yourself to suffering, confusion, and sometimes even self-loss. Allah knows this, and that is why He protects His servants by delaying union or closing certain doors. This divine protection is a proof of infinite love, because He wants what is best for you, even if it seems difficult for you to accept at the time. Understanding this helps put the pain of waiting into perspective and embrace patience as a form of worship. For every moment spent in this ordeal is an opportunity to grow, to purify oneself, and to draw closer to Allah. This purification is necessary to welcome the person who will come, not only into your life, but also into your heart, your soul, and your destiny. So when Allah sends you the right person, it is a blessed encounter, perfect in its timing, its intensity, and its wisdom. It is the reward for your patience, your faith, and your trust. Don't try to rush things or cling to what is not for you. Let Allah's hand guide your steps, for He alone knows what is good for your heart and your future. When obstacles become invisible bridges, it often happens that the trials that seem to separate two hearts destined to unite are in reality invisible bridges built by Allah to strengthen their bond. This profound truth is difficult to understand when one is in the midst of pain. But faith teaches us that what seems to be a separation, a rupture, a distance, is often a necessary step on the path to blessed union. Distance, whether physical or emotional, is sometimes a test imposed by God to purify the bond. It serves to test sincerity, patience, and the depth of attachment. When Allah temporarily separates two souls, it is not to punish them, but to allow them to grow individually, strengthen their faith, and rid themselves of anything that could harm their shared future. This time of separation is a school where one learns resilience and trust in divine wisdom. Misunderstandings and conflicts that arise between two people meant to be together are not necessarily signs of failure, but rather opportunities for purification. They are trials sent to test the strength of your bond and to teach you forgiveness, patience, and sincere communication. Allah sometimes allows these tensions so that you realize the importance of your relationship and work together to build it on solid foundations. Sometimes, Allah removes someone from your life only to replace them later, but at a more propitious time. This momentary withdrawal may seem cruel, but it is actually a testament to His infinite mercy. He knows what is best for you, and He adjusts events to protect you from deeper wounds or to prepare for a more beautiful, stronger, and more lasting encounter. This withdrawal is like a divine pause, a moment when the two souls can silently prepare themselves before the paths meet again. It is crucial to learn to read these obstacles with the eyes of faith. Rather than seeing only the pain or frustration, we must seek the hidden message behind each difficulty. Every trial is a lesson in love, a reminder that true connection transcends appearances and circumstances. It is these invisible bridges, built of patience, trust, and submission to the will of Allah, that ultimately bring souls together at the perfect moment. Remember that obstacles are not there to make you give up, but to teach you perseverance. They are an invitation to draw closer to Allah, to confide your doubts to Him, and to ask Him for guidance and support. When you learn to see beyond these trials, you understand that every distance, every silence, every temporary break is actually a step towards blessed union. The key is to keep your heart open, never lose hope, and firmly believe that what you are experiencing is a divine process. This patience and trust are themselves a form of worship, a sign of your sincere submission to Allah's wisdom. For He alone knows the perfect path, and He builds the invisible bridges that bring together hearts meant to be united, even when everything seems to separate them. What you feel deep inside is a confirmation. There is a silent, deep voice within you that speaks not with words, but with sensations, intuitions, and inexplicable certainties. This voice is not an illusion. It comes from a place no one can falsify: your sincere heart. When a feeling returns, gently, regularly, without tormenting or obsessing you, it is not always imagination. Sometimes it is a form of divine guidance, a light placed by Allah to reassure you that this connection is not ordinary. The believer's heart is not empty. It is a receptacle. And when it is pure, connected to Allah, it becomes sensitive to truths that human logic cannot explain. You can feel a strange, peaceful certainty, as if a part of your soul already knows. This is not an illusion. It is a spiritual imprint. And Allah does not imprint anything on a heart without reason. You may find yourself thinking about this person without having sought them out. You don't pursue them with desperate attachment, but their memory returns to you like a gentle breeze, without violence. You don't understand why, but they remain present. You feel a kind of calm when you think of them. Sometimes even a renewed sense of hope when you feel like giving up. This too is a sign. Allah does not let your heart cling to someone unnecessarily. When you are sincere, He does not let your emotions drift aimlessly. It is not obsession that indicates guidance. It is not compulsive attachment, nor the fear of loss. These things come from ego or lack. But when what you feel is gentle, calm, carried by faith and not by fear, then you can see it as a sign. Allah brings certain confirmations through inner peace. And this peace speaks more than 1,000 external speeches. There's no need to be ashamed to listen to your heart, as long as it's connected to Allah. As long as you pray, purify your intention, and trust the Creator, your heart becomes a breeding ground where Allah grows answers. You don't need everyone to understand you. It's enough to be at peace with what your soul senses. Because what you feel may already be the answer you've been waiting for, the rapid manifestations of divine decision. Sometimes, when the time for union arrives, Allah displays a speed and power beyond all human comprehension. This is not a mere coincidence, but a clear intervention, a clear sign that God's decision has been made and that the union you are waiting for will materialize very quickly. One of the first signs is the unexpected return of that person into your life. After periods of distance or silence, you may receive a message, a chance encounter, or a sign from them that suddenly breaks the void. This return is not just physical. It is a signal that hearts are beginning to reharmonize, that paths are crossing again under the will of Allah. This sudden movement is a reminder that nothing is over until Allah closes the door. Then you may feel a deep serenity, an inner peace that cannot be explained by logic or circumstances. Even if, outwardly, everything seems uncertain or complicated, your heart is at peace. This tranquility is a divine gift, a silent confirmation that the right direction is being taken. It erases doubts, dissipates fears, and fills your being with unshakable confidence. This serenity is a clear sign that things are changing, that union is near, even if it is not yet visible. Finally, the doors open simultaneously on both sides. This means that the obstacles that prevented the meeting or union begin to disappear almost simultaneously for both of you. Situations are unblocked, misunderstandings dissipate, and opportunities appear. This phenomenon is not a coincidence, but the hand of Allah facilitating, guiding, and uniting. When both souls are ready, everything converges quickly for the fulfillment of destiny. These rapid manifestations are an invitation not to lose hope, to remain vigilant, and to accept with gratitude what divine wisdom offers. They confirm that your patience has not been in vain, and that the desired union is now within reach, carried by the power and mercy of Allah. Your heart already knows the answer. This message did not come to you by chance. It is not just another video, but a heavenly reminder, an answer placed where you most needed clarity, in your heart. You did not consciously seek it, but your soul called out to it. Allah saw your confusion, your silence, your discreet invocations. And today, He reminds you that what you feel is not meaningless. Everything you've just heard resonates with you for a reason. It's not to fuel your hope in a vacuum, but to anchor your faith in something real, something profound, something divinely orchestrated. Yes, this connection you carry in your heart is not a mirage. It may be the seed of a great destiny. But remember, it's not up to you to force things. It's up to you to trust. Continue to pray with sincerity. Speak to Allah as you would speak to a confidant who already knows all your thoughts. Purify your intention, not to obtain a specific person, but to receive the best that Allah has for you. For sometimes, He gives you exactly what your heart desires. Other times, He gives you even better, even if you only understand it afterward. True love, the kind that Allah blesses, doesn't cause constant torment. It doesn't destabilize your soul. It elevates you. It soothes you. And when it's the right heart, Allah brings everything together, without rushing, without pressure, at just the right time. Paths cross, hearts open, and peace reigns. So even if you still have doubts, even if everything isn't yet clear, know that your heart has already received confirmation, not a loud answer, but a whisper of peace that doesn't abandon you. It's this serene silence that confirms you are on your way to what your soul has always been waiting for. Trust in Allah, for He never forgets those who hope in Him. Your story is not over. It may begin now.